Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Benjamin Bloom Show. This is the half-time stream for Fulham versus Brentford up at the top of the Championship. It is Fulham 0, Brentford 0, third versus fourth, and it is very, very tight in this one. Not too much in the way of chances on goal. Both teams managing to forge sort of plenty of possession at different times, but no big chances really other than Bobby Reid hitting the crossbar for Fulham on about 14 minutes. Let's have a look at what happened in that first half bit by bit. Then we'll get some comments in. If you're in the chat, please hit the thumbs up button. Please get a comment in and let me know how you think the second half is going to pan out and what you thought of the first half. Lots of possession for either team, as I said. Lots of keeping the ball without necessarily too much penetration. Benrahma has one blocked on 6 for Brentford. De Silva then after that was a good little sort of couple of minutes for Brentford there. Edge of the box, low drive for the corner, and Rodak gets down to his right. Easy enough for him to save. I always find with De Silva he needs a couple of shots to get his range, but when he does, very good from the edge of the box and those sort of positions. Cabano in swinger from the left here. Mitrovic, it's a standing jump. He does get the header on goal. You'd feel if he got a run on that one, he kind of positioned himself and he couldn't really get any power on that. Both Pinnock and Janssen at centre-half for Brentford, very tall and very strong and good in the air. But obviously Mitrovic is the guy for that, isn't he? Fulham start to assert themselves a little bit more around the 10 to 12 minute mark. And here comes their decent chance on 14 minutes. Really good football, actually. Kearney has it, slips it inside to Harrison Reed. Bobby Reid is the runner ahead of him. He runs right to left and the defence don't track him. Nice little feed through by Harrison Reed, who is, from what I can see, more than just a stopper. He seems to be a good short passer and a good switcher of play as well. He feeds it into Bobby Reid. The issue Reid's got is he's had to turn his body, so he takes it inside onto his right foot, and very similar to the Danny Ings effort yesterday in the Norwich game, hits it towards the top corner and it just smashes off the bar. Really good football by Fulham. Good effort by Reid. Not what you'd call a big clear chance, but a decent chance that he nearly makes the most of. And then from the next phase, another chance by Fulham. We've seen Knockaert try these type of curlers over and again with his left foot. It comes into him. He hits it first time. He's outside the box, tries to arc it away from Raya, who's off his line. It's a really decent effort, curling, looping away and just wide. So unlucky from Fulham's point of view on 2 counts there. Not necessarily big chances, but close on both. And Reid particularly unlucky there to hit the crossbar. A little bit naughty from Knockaert. Steps on the back of De Silva's foot when they're both on the floor in front of all the managers. Watkins fires one across the box. Fosu is in the centre there, smashes it over. He can't quite get there. Nice rotation from the Brentford front three. They've all popped up in different positions during the half. Nice move from Brentford here. Benrahma in the 10 position now. Shifts it right for Fosu. He's into the box on the angle. Fulham's defensive shape is good. Rodak's angles are good. It would take a hell of a shot to score from there. He's either got to rip the roof off or go for the far corner and really fire it in. He doesn't manage to do so. And Rodak makes the save. So decent last line of defence there from Fulham. 35, Fosu's on the left. Nice play by him. As I say, I keep mentioning Benrahma here, Watkins here, all swapping positions nicely and getting that rotation. This is Fosu on the other wing. He works Odoi. He cuts inside. Danny Higginbottom in the commentary didn't make much of this. I think this is a good chance. I've seen Watkins score plenty of these, fired in, and he's got the run on Ream. It's a diving header. I remember Watkins scored a hat-trick of headers, didn't he, against Barnsley earlier in the season. I think he just has to, with the pace on the cross, he just has to get this on target, but too much forehead on it, wanted more of a glance. And I think given the type of goals Brentford have scored and Watkins' season, I think he'll think he should have scored that one, but obviously won't go down as a good chance being the pace of the cross and the fact that it's a diving header. But we've seen him do it many times this season, let's just say. De Silva, yellow on Reed. That looked like a tactical foul by De Silva with Reed powering through the middle. And then end of the half, pinball, sort of 46 minutes. Norgard hits a shot right-footed. And it just deflects out wide. So, look, this one is a tight one. I'll read out the comments in a minute. Both teams could go on and win this one. It looks like it could be one goal, as in one mistake, one bit of quality, one set play, that sort of thing. They look very evenly matched. And in these type of games where you get two possession teams, sometimes you can have periods where both teams are in their shape. They're both moving the ball and finding it hard to penetrate. And we might see that. I like this type of game. I think it's a good watch to see which team can speed up the passing, maybe get a quick counter, maybe a quick switch of player or ball through a press or something of that nature to score the goal. Decent tactical battle. We've got some updates on the other games. Remember as well, before I read your comments, we have, in fact, Thomas has said Derby have just scored. We do have Millwall and Derby. I'm guessing that is 1-1 now. And Swansea are 3-0 up at Borough. We have said on the channel, and I have said repeatedly, there are going to be teams that cannot cope with this weirdness. And that looks like one of the sort of freak results we're going to get. I'm not saying that Swansea wouldn't be capable of, scoring 3 at Borough, but 3-0 at half-time does seem a kind of first day of the season, end of the season, weird type thing. George says, what's happening with the crowd noise on both channels? Yeah, it's not great, is it? And almost like the Premier League, you've got more money than the Championship. Aaron says, no goal line technology. I guess it's going great. Yes, he's got a Bramall Lane picture in the background there. Mally, enjoyed the first half. Yeah, I like these type of games. I like to see the ball moving. It does look like Fulham might have a slight edge. I know I've just said that Watkins is good in the air and scored a lot of headers, but Fulham might be able to score a goal in this game without penetrating into the box, as in if they can get good wide possession and get good quality into Mitrovic. He does look, and that does look like a good out for them. I know he's done it plenty of times this season. Trevor says, Joe Bryan, great going forward, a liability defending. That would be worrying if you were a Fulham fan, given that he could have any one of those three, Fosu, Ben Rama, or Watkins running at any point. Remember as well, Dennis Adoy, not really a fullback either. Is he? Let's move on. Harry says Millwall 1-0 up. I think that has changed and it's 1-1 now. 2 other games going on. Do I watch EFL on Quest? I get most of it on Sky, to be honest. Nick says, I heard there are Fulham fans outside. Don't know if true. Fulham would be one of the easier ones to police, you would think, given all those little streets. You could shut them off and stop people going down there. Andrew says, see, Mitro not as effective with the longer trim. He's not as scary. I don't know if I agree with that, Andrew. He's been trying to rough up Pinnock and Janssen for most of the half. Not, perfectly fairly, obviously, just using his physicality to his advantage. Does look like a good kind of tactic that they might want to use. Fulham, if they can't play right through, with Kearney or the 2 Reeds. However, it's going to take good quality. Hanging balls in the box against Pinnock and Janssen should be meat and drink for those defenders. Aaron says, this is only the second Championship game I've seen this season. I must say I'm very impressed with both teams, but particularly Brentford. Yeah, this is not necessarily totally representative of the. Sorry, I keep messing with my hair. I know that irritates people, but I washed it and it's not doing what I want it to do. Not necessarily representative of the Championship. It's not always this high quality. These two teams and possibly Leeds are the ones that you would see play in this manner. But let's enjoy it whilst it is happening. Elliot says, come on, bees, and he adds, and Waymo 19 has COVID-19. Yes, he is not in this starting lineup. They don't seem to be massively missing him, but capable of cutting in on that left foot and scoring really, really some good goals. Trevor says, just in the queue for my £5.50 pint, watery pint normally at the football, isn't it? Thomas says 0-0 would be so perfect. Guess you can tell who I support. So I'm sure Thomas is a Leeds fan, but he could be a West Brom fan as well. Although, judging by the numbers, as the next comment will prove, he's probably a Leeds fan. Niran, if I've pronounced that right, sorry if I haven't. As a Leeds fan, I'll take a draw, but both teams look very sloppy, giving the ball away too often. Movement looks slow as well for both teams. Ben Rama looks sharp, doesn't he? Always, I suppose, patient. I guess Luke says, not sure about the crowd noise. Craven Cottage has never been so loud. I must admit, I was at the playoff semi-final between Fulham and Derby, and it did get loud at that point. Chris simply says, up the bees. George says, suppose if you were a fan living local, you would pop down during the game. So you could go for a walk along the river through the park next door. Good point on the buzz. I just think Buzz Cut Mitro is a different type of scary beast. I think we would all agree with that. Let me know your predictions for the second half. I'm giving it the one mistake, one bit of quality is probably going to win this game. Don't see there being 2 or 3 goals, probably just the one. Max says anything but a Fulham win is all good. Luke says Mitro looks overweight. He's always big and bulky, isn't it? And then he predicts 0-0. I think the sloppier haircut might be fooling you. And I'm sure they've had to do plenty of weigh-ins over lockdown, haven't they, these footballers? Right, thank you everybody for tuning in. I think my stream's a little bit behind, so I will end this stream now. Mally says a draw as well. Please come back and join us at full time for the match review. Hopefully we have some goals to talk about, but I think it may well be goal singular rather than goals plural. Yes, just confirmation there up on my stream. Borough 0, Swansea 3 at half-time. So that would move them either close or into the top 6. I cannot remember my tables off the top of my head. Millwall 1, Derby 1. Oh, in fact, I'm just getting a look at the Millwall goal here. Cross into the box. Who's headed that in? That looks like big Matt Smith with the opener. A giveaway there by, is that Hutchinson? It's hard to tell. Nicely worked this. Who's that crept through? Nice finish. Is that Waghorn or is that Sibley possibly? Hard to tell there. Nice goal there. Picture of Slaven Bilic arriving for the next game. West Brom versus Birmingham as well. Right. Thank you everybody for joining us on the stream. Please do come back at half time when I will have fixed this annoying bit here of my hair and we will talk about Fulham, Brentford, and we'll see what effect this big game, 3rd versus 4th, has. As always, you can give me a super chat to donate to the channel, or even better, 2 already this morning subscribing on Patreon to support the channel. If not, just hit that thumbs up button, subscribe and ring the bell for notifications for Championship wall-to-wall coverage. Plenty of that here on this channel, plenty of that as we go on. Right. Looks like the players are just about good to go. So I will end this one and I will invite you to come back at full time as soon as the final whistle goes on my stream. I will see you here for the full time reaction. Thank you for watching and I'll see you all soon. Over and out.